What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, and I am back with another action figure review. Today we're taking a look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 4-inch basic figures from Hasbro. This is the new Epic scale, and these are very interesting. We're going to find out just how well these figures are made, if this scale is worth having in your collection, and really just how these figures stack up overall. I found them at Target, $10.99 a piece. On the back side, here's Drax and the UPC if you need it. None of the other figures in the wave are advertised. It's just one per on the box, but I can imagine that we'll get all of these guys. For a Mantis, here she is. Looks pretty good on the side of the packaging. Pretty nice. And on the back side, looks pretty good. Here is her UPC. I shared this in my haul video, but I thought that these boxes were the perfect size of packaging if you were going to do like a Walkman or some kind of cassette player style box. This would be it. I think it was definitely a missed opportunity on Hasbro's part. There's the UPC for Star-Lord. All right, we're going to get these guys out of the packaging and take a closer look. Stay tuned. All right, we got our figures out of the packaging, and they actually look pretty cool. All right, first up, taking a look at Drax. He actually looks pretty good. This definitely looks like a good representation of Dave Bautista, so I can appreciate that. As far as the rest of the sculpt, to me, this looks like Drax's body. Definitely muscly, very built. On the back side, we can see that there is some missing paint from his head. We can see the tattoos sculpted, not painted red. Not sure why we didn't get that. In the packaging, for me, the plastic just kind of looked like it was really cheap and like these toys weren't going to be very good. But this is kind of on par with Star Wars, their Black Series 3.75 figures, and with the old Marvel line that they used to do. Back in the 2012 Avengers days, that's how we got all of our figures. It was in this scale, and there was a really good comic book scale that went with it. So Drax has some pretty good articulation in his head. His arms come out about that far. Forward, back, full 360. There's a bend and a twist at the elbow. Nothing in the wrist. Nothing in the waist. Legs come out about that far. Forward. They don't really go back. There's a bend and a twist at the knee. That looks very awkward for his knee. But, you know, whatever. At least he has articulation in the knees. For his accessories, Drax comes with 2 knives, and we can just put those in his hands like this. There's 1 and 2. They're not really painted. They're just silver, and I think I've noticed that for all of the accessories on these figures. But it actually looks pretty good. Their uniforms definitely remove kind of their individuality, so it's nice that we get the accessories to kind of try and give us that again. All right, next up, taking a look at Mantis. She actually looks pretty cool. I really like this character design a lot, and the sculpt work looks great. The plastic is of a high quality, and so all in all, this is a really nice figure. Guardians in the 4-inch scale, not really what I was anticipating or expecting, but this is pretty cool nonetheless. For articulation, she's got movement in her head side to side, hindered a little by her hair, but not too much. Arms come out about that far, forward, back, full 360, bend, twist at the elbow, nothing in the wrist, nothing in the waist. Legs come out about that far, pretty good. They go forward, they don't really go back, and there's a bend at the knee, again with this really, really weird thing going on where the knee pad sticks out. But, you know, all in all, like I said, it's nice that we get the articulation, and how we get it isn't really a big deal too much for me anyways, as long as I have that posability with my action figures. Mantis does come with 2 guns. One of these kind of looks just like Han Solo's gun, so that's really interesting. I guess they could reuse Star Wars parts. Those are the guns. Maybe it's not quite Han Solo's gun. But yeah, all in all, pretty cool. And here is Star-Lord. Honestly, you guys, once I got him out of the packaging, I realized this is the exact same sculpt of the body for Drax. It even looks like he's more muscly or built like Drax. And so I'm kind of let down or disappointed here. There's no individuality for Star-Lord here at all, except for his guns, and of course that's Chris Pratt's head. We don't even get an alternate head for the helmet. There's no burgundy trench coat. There's no jet boosters on his boots. There's none of that. But I guess if you're a completionist or you're trying to get all of the characters in this scale, you will need him. Just, again, be understanding that this is the exact same body as Drax. Head goes left and right. He can't really look up or down too much. Arms come out about that far, forward and back, full 360. Bend, twist the elbow. Nothing in the wrist, nothing in the waist. Legs come out about that far, forward. They don't really go back. And of course, we've got that weird bend at the knee, but it does work, bend and twist. The guns are pretty cool, so I will give him that. And yeah, they fit in there nice and easy. I can definitely appreciate that about all of the accessories. There are no paint apps on any of these accessories, but all in all, that does look pretty good. For a comparison with some other Hasbro figures, we have the Marvel Legends Black Panther, we have the basic figures Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and we have a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. So you can see the scaling for these is definitely unlike anything else that Hasbro has been producing lately. So again, very interesting for the change in size of their figures. Now for a comparison with some other 3.75 or 4-inch figures. This is really interesting. They all fit in very nicely. We can see how these new figures compare with Spin Master's figures. That Iron Spider-Man is also a very similar epic scale figure, a new one that I picked up. So you can see he fits in very well. You can see there it is with Supergirl from Spin Master. And then here, this is the only one I had nearby to grab. It is a Marvel Universe Hasbro figure Punisher. And you can see that is very close in scale, the new figures and the old ones. So very interesting overall. I gotta say, I am a fan of the 4-inch scale. We just stepped away from it for so long. Still kind of a shock. All right, you guys, that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, we have Drax, Mantis, and Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. These are the brand new 4-inch scale Epic Hero Series figures from Hasbro. Super excited to have these, and I can't wait to see what else we get from the upcoming movie. Definitely keep your eyes out for these at Target, hopefully Walmart soon as well. If you see these, you'll likely see the new 4-inch Spider-Man figures as well, and I definitely recommend those. I got my Iron Spider here, and he looks fantastic. So keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for all of the likes, comments, shares, support, subscriptions. The viewership's been absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, each and every one of you. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you're finding in your local areas, if you think these figures are a pickup or pass. And keep it right here at my channel. As I find more new cool and awesome stuff, I'll be sure to bring it to you here. Once again, I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching.